So we were working on our database related functions, like we worked on add product to cart last time. And in this video, we'll just work on remove cart item. To remove a item from cart, we can update the user collection with zero data or empty data for the cart. So if you look at your models, the cart is part of the user struct, and this can be basically made empty. So remove cart item takes in context, prod collection. Now context will be of type context.context, and prod collection and user collection both will be of type mongo.collection. And then we have our product ID and user ID. So we have product ID. We want this function to receive product ID as a argument because we want to delete or remove a particular product from the cart. Okay, it will be of type primitive dot object ID, and then we'll have user ID, which will be of type string. Why user ID? Because the cart belongs to a user, so that's why we'll have to pass user ID as an argument. And we're removing a particular product from the cart, so that's why product ID also has to be passed as an argument. Okay, so remove from cart will have primitive dot object ID from hex. So the user ID that you've just received here, convert that and capture that in a variable called ID that you can use later on. And let's handle this error. So if error is not equal to nil, log.println error, and you'll return error, user ID is not valid. And we'll create, just like we've done everywhere else, we'll have to create these two things, right? Filter and update. And after doing that, we will now the complication here is that user is the collection and user cart is a field in that collection. So we don't want to obviously delete this entire field, right? We just want to update this field with user cart, by removing that particular product from the user cart. That's it. We don't want to delete the user cart, or we don't want to delete this user complete, data from the user collection. We don't want to do that. We just want to remove a particular item from the user cart. So that means that obviously we won't be using the delete method. We'll be using update many, and we'll be passing context, filter, and update here. And then you'd want to handle the error here. So we'll say if error is not equal to nil, return error can't remove. Right, can't remove item from cart. Got it. But if everything went well, then you'll just return nil for the error, because as you can see, this function only returns an error if there's an error. Okay, so now the most important part is working again on the filter and the update. So needless to say that update has to have some way to take this user data, that particular user's data, and go to that user's cart, and then just delete that product with that particular ID. That's what our update has to do, right? So let's think about that. Before that, for our filter, we need to pass our user ID. So we'll say primitive.e key is underscore ID, value is ID, and update will have bson.m $pull bson.m have user cart. Now pull is the MongoDB method that you'll use to delete that specific product using the product ID. That's what our update does. And this is it. This is your entire remove cart item function, which again, I'll repeat, does not delete the user's data, does not delete the user's cart's data, just deletes a particular product using the product ID, using the pull method, which MongoDB gives access to you, and just updates that user's data saying that, okay, now this cart is the same, except that one particular product that we've just removed. Okay, so this is a very clean way of removing that item from the cart. So I hope that's clear. And in the next video, we'll now start working with this function, the buy item from cart. So do subscribe to this channel. Be updated when the next video comes out. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.